She's Carly and
She's Morgan Baker.
And Hannah. Remy.
I'm Andre Blue. Hi, I'm Andre Blue and welcome to Crash Course World History, and today we're going to be talking about Spain and everything and anything. Spain, which today is thought of as the place to go with nude beaches, hairy armpits, and cheetah girls. Mr. Blue, like these cheetah girls? What the frack? Me from the past? Those aren't even real Cheetos. You know, like Cheetah Girls from 2008, the hit single? I'm not doing this. Give me those Cheetos. Anyways, we're not going to focus on the ideal part of Spain, but rather the history that took place in around 1500 to 1750 to be exact. First of all, let's discuss the changes made in the political area of Spain. Cortés first came in fighting and negotiating until he got to the capital. Montezuma originally welcomed Cortés, but as ideas changed, fighting soon followed. Killing Montezuma, Cortés retreated and came back for a full-on attack.
Okay, Cortés, what's the plan?
Well, we have to capture or kill Montezuma. So, we go in friendly, try to make peace first. But if they become nasty, we'll stick it to them.
Got it. Let's do this.
Okay.
Hide your swords.
Hide your sword.
Welcome. I'm Montezuma. This is my right-hand man. Welcome to the city.
Hey.
Those shoes don't match that shirt.
And that scarf doesn't match that hat.
You're using the attitude of me.
I don't like your attitude.
I don't like yours.
This later inspired Pizarro, a Spanish conquistador whose goal was to conquer Peru.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the...
He captured the Inca king and asked for ransom. What a busy guy. People paid for the ransom, but Pizarro killed him anyway. He later went on to conquer Chile and Ecuador too. Now for the continuities that went on in Spain. 4 viceroyalities were established, and they were still subject to the king. A viceroy is a regal official king who runs a country, colony, or city, province, or state in the name of and as a representative of the monarch. The term derives from the Latin prefix vice, meaning in the place of, and the French word roy, meaning king. Oh damn, it all makes sense now. Vice, roy, ality. Okay. A viceroy's province or larger territory may be called a viceroyalty. The viceroyalities are New Spain, Granada, Peru, Rio de la Plata. There's just so much information and history being made right now, it's kind of overwhelming. So with this political talk, let's talk about the economics. Okay, now for the economy of Spain. Many changes took place during this era. First off, they had a market economy, meaning that it is an economic system where decisions of pricing of the goods and services are based on the country's citizens and businesses, and there is little government intervention or central planning. So basically, the people make the decisions, not the government. Now picture Spain and its busy commercial life that was established during this time. The items were sold for prices that were set by the open market, so everything went, well, smoothly. It went so smoothly, in fact, that sugar became a profitable resource. BAM! Just to be able to find the building economy and make it stronger, European rulers believed that piling up of wealth was the best way to get as much power for the country, aka mercantilism. Spain used encomiendas, large estates and grants of Indian laborers. Spain continued the tradition of holding slaves. They discovered mountains of silver, but changed who the slaves were. Instead of African slaves, they used the natives, as they were more adapted to the climate and didn't require shipment. They ended up mining so much silver that inflation occurred in Spain, and the value of silver went down quickly. Another big change that Spain witnessed was instead of trading more goods, they profited by turning the materials into finished products that they could sell to their colonies. During this process, plantations called haciendas were helpful because they created the food supply. Not everything changed in Spain. The production of food was still needed for the profit. Socially in Spain, there are a lot of changes and continuities which played a factor in how people associated with each other. Socially, the hierarchy between Spanish, European, and the mixture of Native Americans and African slaves changed. Also, the church also provided education and ended up creating the University of Mexico that was established in 1551. This now promoted education and made it popular, therefore the people would get smarter, making the world go round. The problem here is expressed by Juana de la Cruz, a girl that got refused permission, so she devoted her study to writing about poetry. She became one of the greatest poets to ever write in the Spanish language. Interesting, right? This is all so fascinating. I love it. Anywho, the social life became a continuity once the statuses of people were set. It started when the general public was scootily pooping with people of other races. I think y'all get the point. Long story short, the people at the top were Peninsulars, who were born in Spain. Next came Creoles, American-born descendants of Spanish settlers. These guys owned much of the plantations, ranches, and mines. Now the lowest social class were the mestizos and mulattoes, who were mixed races. This strict social class was very prominent throughout Spain and stayed the same because the important people at the top had the most power and obviously wanted to keep it like that.
Hey.
I'm European.
I'm Native American.
See you later.
Yeah. I'm pregnant. It's a mestizo.
Time for the secret compartment. Hey, where'd he go?
Hola,
Oh, hey, Bartolome. How you doing?
I'm here to convert. Now, who wants to be Catholic? And if not, we can fix that.
Speaking of religion, Catholicism took over the New World by storm. Missionaries were converting indigenous people by thousands. Most people started to blend the new religion with their own. Jesuits baptized a lot of Native Americans to be Catholics and built mission churches to spread European ideas and override Native American culture. A priest named Bartolome de las Casas condemned the evils of the Inca system. They introduced new fashion. They also started using new crafts in the New World, such as carpentry and locksmithing. There was as much resistance to the new ways of life from the natives. The Europeans prodded for Spain to pass the new laws of the Indies Act. It was passed in 1542 for the enslavement of Native Americans. They were clearly not happy about it, but it settled the issue for a few decades. Hello, Thought Bubble. The discovery of silver in Spain generally did not benefit them in any way. What happened was that they discovered it from mining and contributed to almost 80% of the world's silver. It boosted their economy, but later led to inflation due to the lack of taxes on silver and other goods, and thus led to the decreasing value of silver. Also, Charles B had the idea of unifying Europe, which was soon crushed because no one would support him. Like a lot of other countries, Spain got sucked into little pointless wars that didn't help them economically or socially with their neighboring countries.
Ah! Wait. This is stupid.
Wait, do you know what we're fighting for?
No, do you?
Do you know
what
what
are
we're
we
fighting
doing?
Do you know what we're fighting for?
Spain was one of the most powerful countries of the time and still held a lot of power for centuries. Thanks a lot, Thought Bubble. Time for the big picture. Spain impacted the world in many ways, especially due to the fact they are conquering entirely new land and interacting with new people with different ideas. The social hierarchy is one of the reasons why the Latin American Revolution came about. The low class wanted more freedom, which is a continuity throughout the New World. Throughout the Spaniards' time in Latin America and Central America, the conquistadors spent a lot of their time converting natives and slaves into the Catholic religion. Also, trading silver and sugar with Europe eventually led to inflation because there were too many of the same product. Silver and sugar prices went down and Spain became a lot richer. Mr. Grit? No. Mr. Blue.
That noise!
It went so,